What was the temperature when we went out for a walk yesterday, Rex? Wasn't it about 58, 47 this morning? Barely jacket weather. It is December, and I heard on the TV yesterday one of the weather people saying something about we should be in the 40s this time of year. Well, that is the climatological average, but you know the weather works out to be a balance of the extremes. Yesterday was 59 in Boston. Today is maybe 51 or 52. Tomorrow is maybe 43. And then Saturday, maybe 39. And then Sunday, maybe 35. So we should be in the 50s, 40s, or 30s this time of year. And that's where we're going to end up. As a matter of fact, let's just go right to the Boston 14 day. The longest, coldest stretch of weather since last winter. And you notice those numbers staying below 40. What is it? Through the weekend into early next week. Are the coldest, not only for the season, but also a lot colder than the old 10-day forecast. Looking over there at Boston right now. What a morning. Thank you all on Twitter for sharing those beautiful cold moon, that's what they call it. Michael Beck in Portland, Connecticut stayed up really late. And then he also retweeted, this is how it's done with the Mars rising over the moon. What kind of camera was that? So anyhow, tonight the planet Mars will come up first and then the moon. So tonight the moon will be chasing Mars and we should have a pretty good view of it. Look at the sky. Where's the cold air? Oh, there it is. 24 below zero in Ontario this morning, 54 above in Chatham. Nothing like a 78-degree gradient. So why is it not more windy? Rex, are you stuck on the flagpole? I have been pretty busy. I'm not sure when I'm going to get that up. Got to get that one down first. So much going on. I want to go skiing. And do you want to go surfing? There's actually a 4-foot swell right now in Boston at the buoy, not in Boston. And the wind's offshore, but 4 feet 8 seconds isn't that great. I'm trying to hide from the wind over here. It's not really working. Oh, there's a big tanker going out into that 4-foot swell out of Boston. That one maybe came out of Everett. Yeah, there's going to be surf weather all right. That storm that the National Hurricane Center had been saying maybe 50% chance of turning into a subtropical storm, in other words, getting a name, now is more like 30%. So that's not going to happen. But that doesn't change the magnitude of the storm. It's still going to deepen to hurricane force. Out in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, it's already generating 33-foot seas around the center of it. And as that just slowly chugs to the north, it's going to send a swell all the way from eastern Canada down to Florida. It looks like the swell is going to be a little bit longer period and cleaner off to our south, believe it or not. There are complicating factors. So cold air is only gradually easing in here. The barometer builds, high barometer cold. It looks like we will have colder air at lower elevations each morning, and the mountains only gradually turn colder, but it is turning cold enough to make snow at all the mountains, which incidentally, look at the mountains here at Jay Peak. They're all white. We survived the thaw. Rebuild time now. So guns come back on, but there's no snow in the forecast, really. Back in November, today's very similar to what happened on November 12 and 13 as the cold air gradually came in, and we did get some snow coating the ground in southern New England, and that should happen again a little bit here Sunday night. But it's missing northern New England, so unlike that dose of winter we had pre-Thanksgiving, this one comes without snow, just cold and dry in northern New England for the foreseeable future until about the middle of next week. Then a system, let's take this hemispheric, western northern hemisphere map for Tuesday. Look at the storms all lined up. That's a new storm off of Canada, not the old one we're talking about, but a storm that forms, the one that gives us a little bit of snow Sunday night turns into a monster off Canada on Tuesday, and that's going to push colder air into New England, colder than any of the guidance had. It continues to trend colder in the middle of the week. So that system in the middle of the nation producing severe weather. Jim Cantori on Twitter this morning asked SPC, Is it rather rare to have a 6-day outlook with a 30% probability of tornadoes? I didn't see the answer, but yeah, it's a severe weather outbreak in the middle of the nation, in the middle of the week, and that's coming our way. And that is bumping into what's turning into colder and colder. We're not surprised, are we? But the guidance is turning colder and colder for the middle of the week. So we're going to have a system coming at us. It keeps getting delayed, kicked down the road. First it was going to be Monday, then Tuesday, then Wednesday. Now it looks like Thursday into Friday. And it's going to be warm air trying to run into colder air, and it's going to produce rain at the shore, freezing rain inland, and snow in the western and northern elevations. Higher confidence now than I've had in a while on that one because most of the guidance agrees. And then there's just a real serious dose of cold with a long wave trough coming into the east next weekend. So odds still favor building a snowpack here toward Christmas. And after all, in the olden days, we didn't go skiing this time of year because there wasn't enough snow. We've been spoiled by technology, and the HKD guns are firing up. I was at Blue Hill a month ago, and I asked them when they were going to turn on the guns, and they said around December 10th. And sure enough, looks like the temperature's going to get cold enough around December 10th here down the road. All right, what happened yesterday? Worked in the rain. Yeah, I help somebody occasionally when he needs some help down in Cape Cod. I really enjoy it. And I didn't enjoy yesterday too much. It was pouring. It was relentless rain on Cape Cod yesterday. It just kept coming and coming and coming. Fortunately, I get to spend some time with my mom putting up a Christmas tree at her house too yesterday. That was kind of fun, and so much to catch up on. The weather may appear boring right now over our head, but it's not. Very exciting pattern. Talk again tomorrow. I'm just going to use an umbrella. Grab an umbrella. That should work, wouldn't it? Yeah. It's a nice day. Yeah. It's almost as nice as Saturday. 2 fronts a week, whether we like it or not. I want to grab an umbrella today. Now, if we come across a big pile of leaves in a puddle, how do we get the water out of the leaves? No, just bring the leaves. I mean the water with the leaves. It's a little more challenging, but it can be done in the rain. Just kind of accelerating the compost process. The worms love it. It's always the season for pruning. Yeah, lilacs trying to bud. Yesterday in our travels came across a forsythia, full yellow bloom. Yeah. Beats sitting at home and watching TV, doesn't it? Just took down the ornamental grasses, cut back the hue a little bit. Still got green grass. Actually, technically we mowed this one today. And over here, here's where that grass came from. So check out the hydrangea. Ready to go. Starting to grow already. Is it springtime yet? Yep, just some spring showers today. Major transition in the pattern though. Coming up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let it snow. I can't believe you just put that tree up by yourself. Where's those gloves? You got magic gloves?
Yeah.
That's what did it, huh? It's never gonna stop raining on Cape Cod. And did you notice the abundance of winter moths? Are they trying to come in away from the rain? They don't care what the weather is. They're swarms of winter moths.